Where do you think the shift in sales style changed? When do you think that shift was?
If I am hearing your question in the correct context, I think that sales had its biggest kind of overall shift. Well, I think with the initial invention of the internet, however, not so much. Obviously, the internet was super young and people weren't used to it. But like, I would say probably like when social media became mass adopt, when Facebook had its first 100 million users, and it wasn't just kids in college doing we can outdrink you, here's a photo of us drinking. I think when Facebook kind of opened up to everybody and it was mass adopt by 20, 30, 40, 50-year-olds, and Instagram was acquired, whatever that was, probably 2012, 2013, I think is when things kind of really started popping off with those platforms. That's where I think sales had its most significant evolution.
Yeah. And what do you think? I might have a couple ideas because I think it would be interesting to spit this off, but what do you think it was? Do you think it was the sales people that were transitioning in the way that they were as humans? Like the way that, if you're making sales in different ways through Zoom and all those things, is it a different transaction than when somebody would actually come into your lot, or someone would come in and you'd sit there and nurture the relationship, right? Because that was always be closing. It really started with break the ice, create some relationship so that someone can trust giving the money to you.
Yep.
But do you think it was the consumer, or do you think it was kind of like the technology that changed the way that we approach people differently?
I think it was the consumer's ability to access information that changed the way that salespeople have to interact with those individuals. I talk to my dad about this all the time. He's in his 70s and he's been in sales my whole life. And he was selling telecommunication systems to large public schools, large companies, Fortune 500. And literally, like, imagine this, there's literally no Google, there's no internet. And like my dad, he started making buco bucks, and he would call, the Milwaukee public school systems or American Family Insurance. And this was his cold call. Hey, my name is Jeff with Mitel. How would you like to be able to see who's calling you before you pick up the phone? And it's like, dude, what?